He's got a situation where basically his income is unlimited based on his performance. This guy could double or triple his income in a year. It would be life-changing for him. And yet, it's not that important to him. It just freaking blows me away.
Some people are never going to change. I think in the development space, you just have to expect that we need some people who are in favor of this stuff to come speak out.
Exactly. It's the complainers talk, but the supporters don't. Anyway, we are here with another episode of that Big Talk About Small Business. And we've got a guest in the studio.
Was that awkward?
I liked it.
Okay, great.
The energy, it made its way over here too. So
fantastic.
We feel like I've listened to y'all enough to understand there was something like that coming.
Well, we've got a guest here, and this guy, he is a son of a friend of mine, Ben Clark. But
Who's been on our show?
Ben's been on the show.
Yeah.
This is Cameron Clark, and Cameron is deceptive. Okay.
Nice. That's a good way to
He's
intro.
deceptive because he looks young, but he's got a tremendous amount of entrepreneurial experience.
Awesome.
The guy has done everything. He started out working at Chick-fil-A like his dad makes every kid, he says.
Oh, really?
Which he did himself, which, of course, that's where you learn how to be a really good service provider.
100%.
Get in the food industry.
Agreed.
Everybody should do it.
Love it or hate it, it'll leave a good scar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
Well, love it or hate Chick-fil-A, their service and the way they treat their customers beats everybody else.
It really does.
That's
why
that
people
simple.
keep going back.
It is.
It's a pleasant experience every time. You know it's going to be on time. It's always good quality.
Yeah.
It's dependable.
But the people, I mean, they're
great.
always better.
How may I help you?
Yeah, they're nice. They smile.
Yeah.
They're
What's the
actually
one thing
sincere.
they cannot say? They can't say,
You're welcome. You're welcome.
they can't say you're welcome.
They say my pleasure.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's good.
Why? What's the difference?
I don't know. I think it was I know it was a true Kathy thing. I don't know why he did it, but that was what he instilled from the get-go.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
So I guess because it's more first person. My pleasure.
Yeah.
To serve.
To
you.
serve you.
Not your welcome.
Yeah.
For me.
Right. So he was there 7 years. The last job you had was director of business development. Is that right?
At Chick-fil-A, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was at Be Unlimited. At Chick-fil-A,
sorry
that was high school days. But I was a night manager at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, okay.
So was closing down the restaurant.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Then Be Unlimited. Yeah, that's right.
Then Be Unlimited,
Which is a company that sells T-shirts, or shirts, basically, and
Across the
other
nation,
products, right?
Yeah, primarily college apparel, collegiate apparel to Greek life fraternities and sororities.
It's awesome. It's a big business, very successful. And so you did that. And then how did you get into real estate?
So, kind of Be Unlimited to real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, my dad has Be Unlimited, the licensed apparel company, Be Unlimited. And so through college, that's what I did through college, from starting to taking T-shirts and pulling them off the dryer when they're going through the press, and to doing sales, to traveling around the different college universities. And it was a lot of fun. Yeah. I mean, the team, I mean, you've got both of y'all got to interact with, I'm sure, different folks there. The energy is amazing. But my wife, Lindsay, was doing residential real estate, and we were, somewhat similar to your story, but like we on small remodels. And so we were buying houses and just doing small little remodels, not at your scale by any means, but like I'd love,
but with much better quality, class, and style. Go ahead.
That's impossible. No. It's not at all. It's not at all. This guy's got a good sense of style. His stuff is good. It looks good.
No, my wife does. But no, I'd love the touch and feel. I was like, this is, and growing up here, to me, it was like, this is a physical like legacy. And
right.
I don't know. I don't even know if I was using that word at the time, but I was like, this is
sure.
Yeah. This is a way, like the investment side, the legacy piece, the interactive piece, the culture side. It just like, to me, it was like my DNA was coming into one industry. And I didn't know that development or commercial brokerage was going to be the path. But as I knew I wanted to be unlimited and do my own thing, and my dad's fantastic. The team is amazing, but just I think I saw my dad be an entrepreneur his whole life, and it was like without me vocalizing it, it's like, man, this is my path.
That's right. You felt it in your blood.
Yeah.
I guess felt it in the blood.
You can't control it.
You
it
can't.
takes over your soul.
Yes.
Okay.
I just said something like that on LinkedIn.
It's true.
I just wrote a little story about that like 2 days
You
ago.
got to be crazy.
You do.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But I was just going back and forth with one of my business partners today, and he sent out a meeting invitation last night for a meeting. And of course, I had to teach till 9:00 at night, but so I got up at 6 a.m. this morning, and I immediately accepted my invitation. And another person who is one of our employees, key employees, he responded to it over 5.5 hours later. And you just have to say to yourself, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Is he busier than I am? In his job, he should have been online at 6 a.m. this morning for the opportunity that he has.
Yeah.
He's got a situation where basically his income is unlimited based on his performance. And yet,
it's amazing.
It's not that important to him. I'll get to it 5.5 hours later. I mean, it just freaking blows me away because I know how busy I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And they're just missing out. Absolutely. This guy could double or triple his income in a year.
It's carpe diem, man.
It's like it would be life-changing for him.
Yeah.
Absolutely life-changing.
Well, on this, like real quick on this post, I was talking about entrepreneurship and how American entrepreneur defines an entrepreneur as someone who sees a market need and takes personal financial risk to meet that need. And I was doing that then, which meant like back in my early days.
Sure. All of us were.
And still am today. And I really cannot explain why.
Exactly.
Except that it must be done and done now.
Yeah.
It's you, right?
Isn't that?
Yes. I have to do. Yeah. And
You're living your life.
Yeah.
What else? It's all there is to it.
There's one life. It's like
you're alive. You're alive. Yeah. It's gonna happen. And the real estate development, I mean, it's so gratifying. I mean, to me, it's like public art. Mm-hmm. What you did with those stores over there on Block Street that you bought. Mm-hmm. I mean, he had like the cleaner, the tables and ale.
Yeah.
Remember that place?
Yeah. Is it not there anymore?
No, he bought that building and redid that thing, and it is beautiful.
Nice.
And it was a dump.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it absolute dump. Yeah. And so you do that, you're improving the environment for all of us.
That's true.
Seeing people interact with it is the most like rewarding, gratifying, whatever you call it. Obviously, we all want to make a good investment, but like that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's motivating.
You got to be honest with me on this. Yeah. When you do a development project, is it the money that motivates you, or is it just the desire to see it happen?
Neither. I think it's the problem and seeing like, I think I love the vision piece, like seeing, okay, this is the potential outcome. So you could say money's involved in that. You could say, but I think more than that, realizing like, oh, this is an underutilized deal, piece of property, whatever term you use there. Mm-hmm. And like, I think I know what we can do here. And
then showing everybody, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Show the skeptics.
Is this guy crazy?
Show the
maybe he is. Maybe
show the critics.
Yeah. I mean, especially just be like, nothing is more rewarding than people who are here building here. And
but don't you get the feeling doing projects in Fayetteville that the attitude of the general public and the regulatory authorities is that you must be a criminal if you're a developer and you have unlimited funds? I mean, don't you get that feeling?
This guy must have been born on third base. He must have, They're like, there's no, I do think there's all the stigma for sure. I think not just Fayetteville is hard to build. Bentonville is hard to build in now. There's other barriers, or whether it be people or just like sewer capacity or building and safety, whatever else is on that list. I think what I like about Fayetteville is like, going high school, college, and still making that my immediate circle.
Yeah.
And
that's your community.
It's my community.
Yeah. It's your home. I get it.
And whether any of these larger families here that have blessed Northwest Arkansas so much, I think you can make the argument that like there's not like a massive real estate focus from one of them right now in Fayetteville, and so hopefully I would love for more of that to come. It'd be fantastic, but to me that's the inspiration of like, hey, it's taking us regular dudes. We need to if we want to make something happen, whether it be a restaurant, or a house somebody's living in, like we got to go build it. We have to go create it.
What I'm on that topic, which I know exactly what you're talking about, but Fayetteville's you rewind 20 years ago, and I mean, Fayetteville was the city from a populist standpoint, from entertainment, everything that you wanted to do. There was
nothing in Bentonville.
People came from Bentonville and Rogers to go
no
to Fayetteville.
Pinnacle. There was no downtown Bentonville. There was no Crystal Bridges.
Yeah, you went to Fayetteville.
Exactly. And I mean, we've lost that.
Well,
I mean, let's be honest.
No. There's truth to that, but I think that at the same time, there's a core of culture that it's self-sustaining in a way, and so that's why there's probably not much investment down in there from some of the larger circle, like there has been.
Well, we got the university. That's our engine.
True. Yeah,
that's the growth driver.
Yeah.
For Fayetteville, and there's a certain type of population that goes along with that, educated people. But I mean, to me, the NIMBYism. So we were just talking before the show started about a project you're currently doing, which is you bought an underutilized asset. It was a pretty forlorn looking mid-century modern church,
abandoned church,
right?
Yeah,
and you're turning that into townhouses and restaurants and other things that I think is going to be tremendous because it's in the middle of a residential area, and it's close to where I live, so I like that. All right, but did you have problems with the NIMBYs? Like, oh my God, what about the traffic? What about the noise? What about the fact that we need more affordable housing and these townhouses are going to cost $600,000? Did you hear any of that?
I mean, yeah, we heard some of that. Yeah, I mean, I think my expectation going into it was like, we're going to hear so much of that you could not hear any good noise at all whatsoever. And luckily that wasn't the case. I think my expectations were so low. Like, hey, are we even going to be able to get this thing rezoned? Are we even going to be able to get this thing, through large scale? But
sure, get it permitted.
Because I think it's kind of what you have to, in my opinion, what you have to have when you're going into this. How do you have to be optimistic enough to like feel like you can do it, but
right?
Have the expectation.
Costs money, so you got to be optimistic.
Yeah,
you're risking
you're
money.
spending real money.
Yeah, right. I get it.
But I think what has been crazy is like when we've been out there on site, and then there's a mom or running by. This happened. It's probably mid 40s. Ran by, raised her fist in the air. I can't wait for this. Yeah. Those little moments there, and after Confident Coffee opened up and has been slammed.
Oh my God!
In that building?
No, in
it's on Old Missouri.
Yeah.
That's owned by a friend of ours, Amber Dutcher.
Yeah, she's on the show too.
Yeah, Amber's awesome, man.
But where's that open up at?
It's in a new mixed use, basically townhousey development project, very large. It's sort of in the main building.
Yeah, and she's the core retail, and maybe a little bit of office space.
It has been slammed all the time.
Yeah. Is that on the crossover?
No, it's right on Old Missouri. So it's at the intersection of Old Missouri and Rolling Hills.
Yeah.
So like when you guys do these types of projects, and you're expecting the NIMBYs, which was acronym for Not in My Backyard.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Like how do you all handle that? Like, I mean, is the way to handle it to calmly bring folks down, show them the plan over, articulating the vision over and over and over again, or you just ignore it, or you fight it? What's the?
You made the comment on traffic, so like let's take this township project for an example. One of the NIMBYs was, hey, there's going to be more traffic here. Hey, I reckon there's more traffic coming here regardless.
Sure.
We're putting a crosswalk in. We're going to try to slow traffic down. There's going to be more.
You want to kill my kids walking home from school to the park? You will kill them.
Those are the
with
feelings.
your 8 townhouses. No, I'm sorry.
And that's what I mean. That's what. Yeah, exactly.
It's hurt. This is beautiful.
I want to create a safe environment for your kid. Actually,
Sure.
believe it or not, I want your
crosswalk that's not there, right?
Right now, your kid's looking both ways and running with the bike. You know, it's like, hey, let's push the little button that makes the flasher go on.
Yeah.
And now we've got 2 crosswalks back to back, so people are used to slowing down.
Sure.
It's hard though. I mean, I think some people are never going to change.
Yeah.
And that's what I think in the development space, you just have to expect that. And I think the harder thing is what people don't realize who are on the other side is we need some people who are in favor of this stuff to come speak out.
Exactly. It's the complainers talk, but the supporters don't.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the government, i.e. city council, which is really where the problem is with a lot of municipalities.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, she was a city council member in the town I grew up in, Kirkwood, Missouri.
Yeah.
And basically, she lost all her friends over, or I shouldn't say lost all her friends, but she lost friends over the fact that generally the development projects she supported.
Yeah.
For a variety of reasons. Make the town nicer. Give people the amenities they want.
Grow the economy.
Property tax revenue.
Yeah.
Increase sales tax revenue. Yada, yada. Provide affordable housing. Okay. But she was really out of step with the majority of people who, in like our town, where basically any development is considered bad. Any change is bad.
So when you're doing these plans, do you like on the crosswalk example, was that something that you guys and your architects, I'm sure, are premeditating and think about?
Yeah, was it planned or was it a response?
Yeah, or a response.
I think that was planned, but as a part of like, okay, what are the 5 things people are gonna, be crying about, saying, these guys are ruining my next door property. This one was actually a suggestion from the city, which I think was actually fantastic, was direct access into the park. Hey, we're building a path that connects into the park where if you're walking from the crosswalk, you can walk, across the parking lot of our property and go right into the park, even if you don't go to the restaurant. Hopefully you go to the restaurant. But
cool.
Just, creating like more synergy there.
You can walk from the park to the restaurant if you're at the park.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't need to drive.
No, a stay-at-home mom who's there at noon or 11 a.m. can push the stroller right up in there and like grab a coffee. And
trail system all links into it. It's fantastic. Yes. Love those trails out of that park.
Right. Yeah, and I think the beautiful thing about the trail system now is like it's as long as you're in this big loop in Fayetteville, you can get anywhere.
It's true. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. But it's challenging. You don't know. I mean, what are people going to say? And like, what experiences people had in the past? Like, did they know someone who their kid got hit by a car? Was their kid or like whatever?
I was just going to say one thing, if you let me. Even that experience, though, I'm just saying, and I'm not trying to be negative when I say this, I would predict that there were people who said, oh, great, now they're going to fill up the parking lot at the park to go to this restaurant where there's already not enough parking. When I go over there, the parking lot's full. Did you hear that?
Not at city council, thankfully.
Oh,
but I mean, it's a thought. I mean, people park everywhere. Like,
sure, I get it. I'm just saying that's frustrating. Eric.
The process is like you guys as a developer working with your planning teams who are privately paid by you.
Yep.
Coming up with all this, you go buy the property. I'm assuming that you buy the property before you go then to the city and say, hey, here's our plans.
Depends.
Well, yeah. In a perfect world, you wouldn't close on the property until it's fully entitled, meaning you've got the property rezoned. You've got it through large scale development. You pulled your permits to start grading. But this is what reality happens is the seller's like, I'm not waiting on you anymore.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You're buying this thing or not.
Like,
because otherwise you'd have to sign a contract that could be 9 months long.
Yeah, they don't want to wait.
And nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
So then you go to, but when you take your plans to the council, like you before or after you buy the property, but in the city is like advising on some additional ideas that they're seeing that can make this work out. Basically, they are collaborating to get it passed through the city council hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is that right?
Planning commission.
The planning commission.
And then the city council.
Yes.
Okay. So you think you have to take the planning commission, all your plans after you talk with the city, then they approve it, then you go to the city council meeting for a hearing on it. And that's when the NIMBYs have their voice.
They come out before and after. They come out at the planning commission too.
Okay. And what
but the city council is really where.
And I think what I heard you say though earlier, which was interesting to me, is like if you had 100 people in the public that showed up, it's 90% are the NIMBYs, and you only have 10% that are anti-NIMBY.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think I think we are not, I'm going to say we as like in the developer space, need to educate people more of like, hey, if you're excited about this, please go say something.
Yeah.
You don't have to come to every single meeting or whatever. Just come to, even if it's online, tune into Zoom and say, hey, by the way, I cannot wait until there's a restaurant near my house. I'm going to walk. This would be awesome.
Yeah.
And I think the lucky thing about this project, like I do give like kudos to the city of Fayetteville for like the specific zoning we got. Like there is a vision for things like this happening in Fayetteville. And
Thank God.
And we happen to fit that box. I think which was like part of the reason where there was NIMBYs on this particular deal, but like the staff support was very much there. And it was like, oh, because the inspiration we have from this project 2-3 years ago, me, my family, and then 2 other couples, we were in Austin and for a wedding, and we got, kids that are all under 3, and like, we're trying to figure out, okay, where can we take our kids that are under 3? They can run around. We don't have to be anxious, worry, like whatever.
Right.
We can just sit out.
Sure.
And we went to this neighborhood smoothie, coffee, breakfast taco spot. And we ended up going 3 times that week.
Wow.
Because it was relaxing.
Yeah.
And we could hang out. And it was like, man, that was the inspiration for this project.
Yeah.
And that's not verbatim the kind of thing, it's exactly restaurant going in there, but like conceptually, like we need more of these things here. That's the reason people travel Europe, because you want to go walk in the street.
Yeah. Yeah, we can make everything walkable, but if there's nothing to walk to, what's the point? Well, I didn't want to get too sidetracked on this one project. Let's just talk a little bit more though about what it's like. This is your business, right? You're doing these development projects. My experience is, wow, if you want to talk about spiky income, that's a hard one. I mean, I had 1 year where I had nothing to sell for like 11 and a half months of the year. It was just all out. How do you deal with that?
Good question. Is this a therapy session or is that?
It always is.
It's the cash flow aspect of development, and how do you survive?
Yeah, I think I'm lucky to be married to a woman who also works, where we kind of have the consistent income there. But I think there's okay, when is real cash coming in is one question mark, and then also like, what kind of debt am I signing on? Do I really feel good about this? It's all those. All those numbers are real. It's like
billions of dollars.
Yeah. It's and in my sake, I'm raising money for these projects, and so like I want people to trust Cameron and like come back for the next one and feel like they like obviously made a good investment. But then my particular projects, if you live here, you can drive by and see them.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
see progress on them.
Yeah,
you got to personally guarantee the debt, don't you?
Correct. Yeah.
So, and that means your wife has to sign too.
Yeah, in a lot of cases she has to sign too.
Yeah. So how does she feel about that?
She's a good gut check of like, if I'm telling her something and she's like, Cameron, you are an idiot. It's like, it's probably not the right project for you. But even if she doesn't fully understand the deal, she can be like, oh, wow, I see what you're saying here. And so I think I'd call it her superpowers. I'm very, glass half full, like, let's go conquer the world. Let's jump on the rocket ship. And she's like, oh, did you put rocket fuel in there? Like, she's a good balance. I can't talk about.
Did she come from a family that owned businesses?
No. Her dad worked in repair for American Airlines his whole life and still does. One job guy, and respect to him. But yeah, it's so the whole idea of, and now she's a business owner of her own, but like the idea of risk wasn't in her vocabulary.
So she has her own business too. Then
yeah,
so
real estate. Yep.
Are both entrepreneur business owners.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the fact that she has her own business and it's broken into that realm.
She understands it.
Yeah. It makes it easier. I always like to ask that question.
Yeah.
Because I just think it is. I mean, I think if your spouse didn't come from a environment or a family where people were self-employed, they're going to be a lot more risk averse.
Yeah. Sure.
And when you're in a space like a lot of us are, again, the privately held business world, most of the time, if you take on any kind of debt, you're going to personally guarantee it, and they want your spouse to sign too. Mm-hmm. And so that could be a real barrier if you don't have a supportive spouse.
Yeah, you can get divorced real fast.
Yeah, or not be able to do your project.
Yeah.
I mean, because they won't sign.
Yeah.
But I just think a lot of people don't think about that. They're like, what do you mean? I've got an LLC. I was told that minimizes my liability exposure.
Welcome to the laws in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah. Good luck, baby. Okay. They want a personal guarantee anyway.
And that means a personal guarantee. That means they come after you and all your assets.
You got it. That's the thing. I mean, we've talked a little bit about this, but, we're going to get Luke Renier back on the show.
We need to, because there is one entity structure that will absolutely protect you, but it's the irrevocable trust, right?
Yeah.
But has a lot of governance to it that you can't just
put
anything in there.
Yeah, you really have to be careful with those things. It's
I mean, it's going to cost you about $50K to create.
It's very restrictive.
Yeah.
Let's just say. It's I'm too freewheeling to get myself nailed down in that box right
Yeah,
now.
that's right. You got it. Like you have to put your gold in it and leave it. You can never touch it.
And I don't like that.
Yeah,
I have to be able to access everything at any time.
Well, the second that you stick it in there, you lose the
there's no liquidity.
There's no liquidity whatsoever.
Yeah,
so you can't even use it.
Yeah, you can't. You can't use it as collateral.
No.
Yeah,
which is breathing room.
Yes,
that and cash.
Yeah,
it's true, man. Yep.
So
we're all at risk a little bit, right? I mean, we all have to have that. Sign our name on the dotted line and
just, be in a spot where it's like, okay, I can sleep or at night, or like, hey, if I can't, like, why not? And like, what's really going on? Is it the project, or is it something else? Like, what is it? You got to be able to like live with whatever you're signing on.
Easy. So with your development company, have you like tried to build a sort of infrastructure for that with other employees, or are you just basically acting as chief cook and bottle washer?
Well, I've got one employee. I've got one employee right now, and primarily does like operations admin work, and she's fantastic. That's a big question mark in my head, right? Like, because in my world, if I add employees, that kind of says, hey, Cameron, you got to sign up for X number of projects coming on. It's like there may not be that right project, but it's like you want to force yourself to do a deal because you have more staff. You need to keep feeding.
That was a real problem for me. I'll be honest with you. I did do that. Yeah. I had a business manager. I had in-house accountant. I had
you had all your own framers,
all my own framers, laborers, architecture.
Yeah.
Degreed but not registered. Property manager. You start adding that overhead up, and then you find yourself where you did exactly what you said. It's like, okay, I got to make so much money per month here.
Yeah.
But there's projects coming along that aren't great projects, but do I need to take that to keep everybody busy?
That's right.
Yeah.
And that can be death.
Yeah. Well, it strays you away from your original vision and makes you just cut corners and take additional risk. I mean, it gets out of hand.
I didn't do that. I chose not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is when I started saying we need to wind this whole thing down.
Yeah, you didn't want it, but it caused you to kind of go back.
I either had to go one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just seemed to me that with the marketplace being, as you said, I mean, there's not always good deals out there to buy. I think that's where a lot of developers get in trouble.
Yeah.
They just feel like they've got to do transactions and projects in order to keep their thing going that they've created is, infrastructure.
Real estate's cyclical. It always will be.
Yeah.
And especially right now in our market where it's like a lot of people are like, oh man, let's go buy these old office or retail buildings. It's like, where? Good luck.
Yeah.
And you're probably, if you're going to buy it, it's like, it's not like you're paying like pennies on the dollar. It's like, no, you're paying for the real estate. And,
well, years ago, I had 4 different properties on North College that were all steals at the time. And it was interesting because I was going from residential and then I strayed into commercial because there was so much less competition over there. Like if it's a house, there'd be 20 bidders on it. If it's a ramshackle 7,000 square foot building with a roof caved in on College, there was nobody trying to buy it.
Yeah.
Okay.
what do we do with this?
Yeah. Now it's a totally different environment. So I get that. But so where are you going from here? What are your plans?
We've got a couple more projects teed up.
Okay.
So right now we've got an apartment to condo conversion deal under construction right now in Fayetteville. As you know, the Wilson Park Apartments.
I tried buying that years ago. I don't know how you got it. Tim Cooper wouldn't sell it to me. Said he would. Love that location. You remember Tim?
Oh yeah.
He was our landlord over there for
your office in the same building.
Great project. Another one. Love that.
Well, thanks to Jeremy and Seth for selling it. And then I love retail. And so we got a couple more retail deals in the hopper here. One that's like a larger redevelopment deal, and then one that's like kind of a mere little like smaller like re-tenant situation. But right now, everything I've got's in Fayetteville. And I've taken a swing at some Rogers things. And when I was doing brokerage, 80% of the deals I was doing were in Benton County.
Sure.
And Austin, Benton County. And yeah, I mean, but I think naturally, as you know, you have to have a niche to be good at this, even if it's in the broad spectrum. And there's not a whole lot of, I've got some fantastic, call it competition or other friends doing this. And it's like some are in downtown Bentonville, some are in Pinnacle here. And they do a lot of these deals and know them well. And like, that's where I feel like I'm going to continue to focus a lot on Fayetteville. Not saying I won't do things outside of it, but I'm definitely focused on Northwest Arkansas. Like I'm very, very sure of that.
I think there's something good too about, you being younger in the development space, like you traveled to Austin, you saw something that was good for families in your demographic that have young 3-year-olds and being able to bring that back. I mean, there's definitely a unique perspective to that. Well, it re-enlivens the culture.
And I'm fine having the long-term view. That's like, in fact, that's what I want to have is like, don't have to get rich on any deal. Yeah. Like, hey,
that was like my attitude.
Yeah. Like we can
make a single or a double and be totally happy. You're not going for the home run.
Right.
Like, that's where you lose your legs.
Get on base and just keep going.
Let's do a good job on this project.
Yeah.
And I'm fine taking on some, other partners and sharing. Like let's just do a good project. And then if we did a good job here, that'll lead to something else.
That kind of requires some discipline, right? I mean, especially in y'all's space where there's a lot of, even if you look at a piece of dirt, right? Nothing on it, like the vision of seeing something big, and can you do a multi-purpose, massive plan, and everybody's, you see your architectural renderings and everybody's happy as shit, getting food and sleeping and walking dogs. In your rendering, I've seen those. They paint this picture of this utopia society.
Yes.
But I would have a really hard problem of trying to find, this discipline structure of, what's realistic and smart for me to do.
Yeah. I think a lot of developers go down that path and they just keep doing bigger and bigger and bigger jobs. And you just take more and more and more risk. And then when the market turns, it's so big and you've got so much debt, boom, you get killed.
That's what had happened.
It really does.
That would happen to me.
So, I saw that happen the last go around with pretty much all the developers went broke. Yeah, it was amazing.
All the big ones, all the
they did
the ones that were doing huge projects.
They all tanked, and it's just because they just keep ramping the scale up bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
So I think that would happen to me if development was my sole thing, right?
Yeah. It's
like I do some goofy stuff on the side. You'd be very disappointed. Both of y'all would be extremely disappointed.
With like goofy stuff, like create an AI company in a market that he totally understands.
No, I'm talking about
after a successful building and exit of another
that part's not stupid.
That served the.
I'm talking about my real estate stuff that I have. I don't even bring it up to you because it's so.
I know some of your real estate,
but it's
like downtown Springdale.
Yeah. I mean,
and you got some big tracts of land.
Well, I mean, downtown Springdale, like I bought this building. I haven't done really. I mean, I did some refurbishing, but I haven't done. Like you guys would go in there in a month, you'd have it turned around. Whereas I've been sitting on it for
that's fine. That's really, there's nothing wrong with that strategy.
Is there not?
No, because you didn't spend a lot of money, and in 5 or 10 years, it could be very valuable real estate.
Well, that is my strategy.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, especially here, I think that's what everyone's saying is like, man, 10 years, it's like, it's like 30 here.
It is.
Northwest Arkansas. I mean,
it is.
So what do you tell people about why Northwest Arkansas is so great and why it's different? Because it's always been one of my things, I feel like we're always typecast in pop culture or the media as a place where there's nothing but a bunch of stupid rednecks, who are walking around without shoes and have, tapeworms and going to the bathroom in a friggin' outhouse. Yeah. And it's like, what do you say to people about this area? How do you?
I see.
How do you? But what's your response to that?
My response.
So sick of that.
Well, and I think your perspective is even different than mine. Maybe me, being younger is I remember going on trips or being on an airplane and someone being like,
"Where are you from?
Where is Arkansas?"
Yeah, I know.
Like
is that a city in Texas?
Yeah. No, exactly. Which and that narrative has changed so much over the last 5 years, even. To me, what gets me so excited about the area is the once you're here, you're on the team.
Yeah.
And hey, I want you to do something really great. I want you to do something really great because it's good for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to level up your show? At podcastvideos.com, we offer industry-leading recording and expert marketing to help your show reach more listeners. From creation to distribution, we've got you covered. Visit podcastvideos.com and elevate your podcast today.
That is a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
And I think it's a general sense too, because anybody that moves into the area, they end up, it feels home. It becomes home, and people immediately start trying to contribute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't have an exclusionary two-class society.
We really don't.
We respect the person who claws their way up.
Yes, 100%.
100%. Which I think is a great thing.
The term "old money" doesn't really exist here, other than the legacy families. But I mean, it's y'all's era of the late 40s to mid 60s of folks who like everyone feels like, and they all made it themselves. And then there's
they did. Yeah.
And then then the same thing, there's still a sentiment in the same tranche of whatever age you are, but it's like, hey, this is the attitude here. Hey, go create something.
Yeah.
There's a piece of dirt. Pinnacle was 5 years ago, didn't look like this. Just go,
I know.
Go figure it out. And by the way, so-and-so down the street, he'll actually probably want to help you.
Yeah. There is a lot of help like that. People do.
There is. People could just need to ask.
Yeah. I would say
People are
the only
very
thing,
generous with their time.
you said y'all's are Mark was from the 40s and the 50s to 60s, but I was born in 77.
40s.
So I mean, Mark.
I know. I'm old.
Mark fits that.
Daddy. Okay, it's true.
Can I?
Son, something I need to tell you.
My last wife was the same age she is. Okay,
I'm old enough to be his. Why'd you have to throw the E on that?
Why you gonna say dad?
My wife still calls.
You could have said I'm old enough to be his dad and everything's good.
My wife still calls her mom mommy.
Yeah, but
mommy.
Well, that's different though. I mean, you calling yourself daddy.
I got 5 daughters. Okay. I'm daddy to them. What can I say? But anyway, no, it is a great thing about this area. People want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of help available. So I guess sort of we're running out of time, but I mean, so you're still a fairly young guy, but you've been out there for a while. What do you say to the young people? Let's say they're 10 years younger than you and they're getting out of school and they're coming and they seek you out. And they go, that Cameron, he's a smart guy. I'm going to go see him and get his reaction to my business idea or ask him for input on what I should do as I graduate. What do you say to these people?
I like the dream. So I'm like, there's an element there where I'm like, hey, I want to encourage you to do that. But there's also the side of like, if you want to go do this, you got to put the work in too. So
we always come back to that.
Back to work.
Every successful person who comes in here.
Find some good mentors. And I think you can probably jump, some like, I don't even call them steps, but you can maybe move a little faster. But the work is still there. The work is like very much still there. The risk is still there. I mean, it's great if you find something you really enjoy. That's what, I think everybody should do that. But like, and I think everyone's not wired to take risk, but like, hey, if you've got something that you need to like go do because you feel like really passionate about it, go do it and go take some risk. Because what collectively in Northwest Arkansas, we need more people starting businesses. And if you want to go start something, like, hey, I'll give you whatever my take on this is, any of my advice, and I'll connect you with people that like, hey, I think you probably should know this person. Assuming I respect you and I think like you're a great person or what, you're not
going to waste their time.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure.
Like, I think.
Do you think these young people don't want to work as hard?
That's a loaded question. Jeez. In short,
do you think that the most of the human population is stupid?
Yeah. What do you think about that? No,
the average IQ is below 100. I mean,
that's hilarious to me. So like I said, our kids are young. Our kids are 3 and under.
Sure.
And so we have a lot of babysitters come over to the house and watch the kids. You can tell when someone shows up immediately if they've like had to work and if they're gonna do the dishes, but when you're back and all that stuff. And that translates across everything, a part of life to me. Like you either have that or you do not. And like, that's one thing I fear about our kids is like, how do I instill this in you or just like force it upon you? Like go figure this out. Like, I think that's one thing. If I look at my dad, the 2 things that I really admire about like what he instilled in me and my brothers was, one, we saw him take risk, and some of that risk paid off, some of it didn't. We saw him take risk. And so like, to me, I was like, of course I'm going to do something that involves a little bit of risk. And then also, he would connect us to people, but it was like, go get a job, go if you want to go to the movies, go find some money. Like,
so I was actually going to ask you a question that followed. Like, do you think that, your dad, notice how I said that?
Not daddy.
Correct.
Single D.
If you were at Little Rock, you'd have said daddy.
Okay.
But this is Northwest Arkansas. We're not the deep South here.
Do you think your dad, I mean, your dad's an entrepreneur and you just kind of mentioned about seeing the risk and all that. But, I imagine there's a lot of folks like, well, I mean, of course, you're able to achieve success because, you have your dad's influence and all this other type of stuff or resources. But let's tell the truth about it. What is it? And you say,
like, I think that's no. The answer is no to like that thing there. I mean, there's a moment I will never forget this because it bonded our family together in ways that like can't explain. I was a sophomore in high school and 2010, and I was at a summer camp. It was summer between. It was 2009 summer, and 2010 summer. Sorry, 2010 summer. I get a call at summer camp. You're not supposed to get a call while you're at summer camp. It's like, okay,
sure,
who died? And my dad says, "Hey, we're about to lose the house. We got to sell your car." I just want to let you know. And like, I'm like, yeah, we're not going to lose our house. Like, but there was a team energy that came from that.
Yes.
It's like, hey, like, let's figure this out. Like,
That's right.
And like, we're going to like, figure those things like, and I say that out of respect. To my dad.
Exactly.
So,
Like
He pulled it
hard.
out. He pulled it out.
oh, he did. And a hard call to make on his part. And a hard thing to hear as, you know, I mean, like that would, in all honesty, my question's a little loaded because what I'm trying to get across is, number one, you brought up something I didn't think about. Most people being scared of things in life.
It's a motivator.
It is, but most of the motivation for I'd say the average majority of people that are not entrepreneurs would say, I will never ever have my own business. I saw my dad almost lose the house. I saw my dad, I got this phone call in their summertime. So there's number one, that would strike out 99%.
You're right about that.
But not the freaking entrepreneur.
Exactly.
Number two, y'all were talking about earlier in my loaded question was, yes, your dad's been successful. You've seen that despite the things you saw and you overcame and you wanted to be an entrepreneur too. Was it takes a crap ton of work. Yeah. No one on this planet is going to do things for you. Right. And so like, it's not like I think a lot of the perception is, oh, okay, well, it's easy for them because of that. So therefore they can work, 10 to 2 p.m. every day. Yeah. And they're chilling.
They've got passive income.
They got passive income and they don't have any fail scenarios.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's not happening.
But the thing about it is, I think any of us who have some degree of affluence, okay, let's say maybe more than the average person, the danger is that we ruin our kids. Yeah. Okay. Now,
or your relationships with other people.
Yeah. Or the relationships with I think about like my two older kids, and to a certain extent, like the oldest one had the least amount given to her, and she certainly is super highly motivated. Mm-hmm. Okay. And now I go down to the youngest one. There's kind of a continuum there. And, it's whatever she asks for, basically, I give her.
Yeah, of course.
And, because she's 14, I'm an old man, I'm like a grandpa, I might as well be. But how do you avoid ruining them when you could solve their problem? Yeah. And I do think it's a slippery slope. On the other hand, to a certain extent, they just all turn out differently. You could have a crop of kids, raise them exactly the same way.
There's 12 of you guys here.
Lots of baby mamas. And
one daddy.
And one daddy. No, and they turn out completely differently, though. Seriously. They can all have the same parent.
They're different people.
And they just some of them just turn out to be entrepreneurs and risk takers and self-motivated, and others don't. I don't like the generational typecasting that people try to do. I think it's a harmful thing. I think it's gone on for 1,000,000 years. You go back to the Romans, said it about their followers, the next generation that was worse or whatever. But that said, I do think that there is a problem today with attention span.
Oh, absolutely.
And, you're doing things that take long-term commitments and planning. I think a lot of people today they don't have the stomach for it. They expect immediate gratification.
We're all addicts.
Yeah.
On your phone over there right now.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Literally, thanks for calling them out.
Well, I'm not saying what you're doing is not important. I'm just I'm saying this about myself too. It's like, okay, I can name 15 things that I've taken off my phone, because
you were just in here for an hour. What did you miss during the hour?
Yeah.
I got to roll.
All right. Well, end the show this way, for God's sakes. Okay.
Hey, man.
So Cameron, before we go, how can people reach you if they want to reach out and get your insight into something or bring a wonderful deal to you?
First off, that'd be amazing. Just website, cjc-development.com, or my email, Cameron@cjc-development.com. But yeah, I think the world we live in now, everyone's phone numbers everywhere anyways too. So
great.
I would love to hear from folks. Thank you guys for doing this. I really
appreciate you coming on, man. It's been really good conversation. Good. Yeah. And I can promise you there's folks out there that are in your same boat that are needing to hear this conversation. Good stuff.
It is. It's great stuff. We're glad you're here. It's always fun to be with you, and you're a positive guy.
It's cool to know that, like, your statement about being a grandpa basically for your dog. I mean, like, you really are that. So there's a lot to that statement.
Let people not forget.
Oh, Lord.
Let people not forget about that and the crop of kids.
Well,
beautiful.
Okay. Well, until next week, this has been another episode of
Join us, Cameron. Big Talk about Small Business.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of Big Talk about Small Business. If you have any questions or ideas for upcoming shows, be sure to head over to our website, www.bigtalkaboutsmallbusiness.com, and click on the Ask the Host button for the chance to have your questions answered on the show. Stay connected with us on LinkedIn at Big Talk About Small Business. And be sure to head over to our website to read articles, browse episodes, and ask questions about upcoming shows.